everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have another update for the MCU's Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. Hey, it's good news for Spider-Man 4, but bad news for Shang-Chi 2, as the sequel is now put onto the back burner. We're gonna hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating furthermore right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from comicbookmovie.com as an overall garnering source. Hey, I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As I had mentioned in our prologue there, it's good news for Spider-Man 4 for the MCU. It's bad news for Shang-Chi 2, as the sequel now seems to be officially put onto the back burner, following the news that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings director Destin Daniel Cretton is being lined up in those heavy last-minute talks to take on and helm Spider-Man 4, as it looks to begin its production and filming actually by the end of this year, 2024, and into early 2025 there as well. We have a disappointing, but I'll bet expected update for Shang-Chi 2. It seems that if for anything, that movie is going to be heavily put onto the back burner and probably won't see the light of day until the multiversal saga does come to its conclusion in 2027. Especially as we're nearing the end of 2024, it seems like it's go time for Marvel Studios, and they're kind of picking and choosing the most important projects that need to be either delayed, canceled, put on the back burner essentially, in efforts to make the next two Avengers movies, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, really all be cohesive and really make a lot of sense there as well, especially as the MCU has only gotten bigger and larger here at that. It's been a very big, large fan concern, I think, if for anything, that those movies are going to feel maybe a little jumbled around because not all of the new characters have been fully fleshed out or have been properly set up to appear in the next two Avengers movies, if for anything, Avengers Doomsday. Now, yesterday evening, a couple of days now, at the time of recording and publishing this video, the news had broke that Spider-Man 4 has finally found a director in the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings helmer and director, Destin Daniel Cretton. Also, mind you, is that he was also an executive producer and big creative force for the Disney Plus's Wonder Man Marvel show that looks to release in 2025 there as well, which just actually wrapped up its principal photography and filming a couple of weeks ago, and he's right back into the fish bucket with Marvel Studios now in those last minute talks, per a lot of sources like Variety, like The Hollywood Reporter, taking to those trades to report that he's in those final talks with Marvel Studios to be back around for Spider-Man 4. It is nothing but of a decision that has been met with widespread approval from the fans, especially after the rumored names like Drew Goddard and Adam Wingard did little to inspire the confidence in Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures plans for the movies that may or may not be another multiversal epic. Per those sources, I would also have to anticipate and believe that Spider-Man 4 is going to be a multiversal story with the whole symbiote and everything being set up at the end of No Way Home, and the way that No Way Home really just all went down so cohesively, it makes nothing but sense for them to take that route and be more of a bigger, less grounded story and more multiversal, especially as Spider-Man's one of those characters that's kind of climbed those ranks now at that point of being nothing more than a very star leading player, especially when it comes around for the Avengers movies. He's definitely going to have to be recruited by Sam Wilson's Captain America, hopefully by the end of Spider-Man 4. Now, according to Variety.com, Destin Daniel Cretton has also been developing a sequel to Shang-Chi 2, but a source that had close to the production says that Spider-Man 4 is currently the main priority for the studio. So essentially, he's busy. He's a very busy man. He's working on both of these projects simultaneously. But of course, Spider-Man 4 is taking the forefront on that. Hey, if he comes up with an idea or something that he may want to do with Shang-Chi 2, then he'll probably write it down, is kind of what it sounds like. But anyway, as a result, that movie has now been put onto the back burner and will no longer be released before the next Avengers movies, and probably will be released in 2027, late of, or even in 2028, just after the multiversal story comes to a conclusion. Fret not, the character of Shang-Chi is a very beloved character, especially after how successful the first Shang-Chi movie was, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and we'll see definitely plenty of his character around for more Marvel projects in the future. Whether or not he'll appear in the likes of maybe Captain America Brave New World coming out next year, as a post-credit sequence, I think is a huge possibility, but also in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. This would also take into suggest that Marvel Studios won't look for another director to helm Shang-Chi 2 and rush it out without Destin Daniel Cretton at the helm of it. They seem that they wanted him to stick heavily to that, who was also developing Disney Plus's Wonder Man for them as well. As I had mentioned, he's very busy. Now, back when the director was also attached to Avengers The Kang Dynasty, it looked like that he might take charge of Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time, the presumed rumored title for Shang-Chi 2, revealed by copyright listings in 2022 as a direct lead into ensemble that project. Like, that was the plan, but hey, things change. There's no longer an Avengers The Kang Dynasty, now Avengers The Doomsday, and being directed by the Russo brothers, as we know. That was back when the Ten Rings almost certainly had ties to Kang, and with the villain now sidelined for RDJ's return as Doctor Doom, we'd also imagine that Shang-Chi's sequel will be redeveloped for the next saga of the MCU storytelling. And it honestly makes sense. I'd rather it be more of a long-term thing than trying to rush it out. Very little else has been revealed about Spider-Man 4, and despite the months of rumors and ranging from a team-up with Daredevil to being more of a street-grounded level kind of scenario to more of a multiversal epic like Sydney Sweeney playing Black Cat and bringing in Madam Web and those Sony kind of movies and characters, I think is very far-fetched. The trades have a little news intel to really confirm, solidify, and really share with us at this time. As I had also mentioned at the beginning of this video, it does sound like cameras are anticipated and expected to begin rolling at the start of 2025 quite promptly, likely placing Spider-Man 4 into the multiversal saga's vacant Marvel Studios untitled slate of July 24th, 2026. That would make it release roughly a month or so, like 2 months after Avengers Doomsday does release. The movie being released between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars could mean that it would indeed reunite Tom Holland's Peter Parker with the variants played by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to help them play a role into Avengers Secret Wars, but hey, that's just a theory for right now. We'll have to wait and see. Destin Daniel Cretton has even taken to a quote, "The thing that is very cool is that when you're on the inside," previously said of working with Marvel Studios, and I hope that this doesn't shatter anybody's fantasy, but you realize how normal everybody is. It doesn't feel like you're with the cool kids. It feels like you're just with a bunch of nerds like yourself. Ending that quote right there, nothing but praise and love for returning back for more Marvel projects and being so well trusted by the studio as well. I'm definitely anticipating for Spider-Man 4 and definitely anticipating with what Wonder Man, Disney Plus's Marvel Studios project also has in store for us next year in 2025. Guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Peace out.